obliterate towers. It's Matumbamin. Yes, I will say that correctly. Hani on the Tinker, and that's Fnatic's lineup here. They're playing on the Dire.
Alright, over on the side of Na'Vi, FNG handling that. I wish it was a core Wraith King, but it's definitely going to be a support. He's got sentries, okay?
It's core, dude.
He's got sentries and smoke. Stop lying, he's only got 2 tangos.
Core or support is just a state of mind.
So we got FNG going to be handling the Wraith King. Havost will be playing a core silencer. I'm pretty excited for this. Dendi playing the puck down in that mid lane. Vanscore taking care of that Rubik. The Vanscore Rubik is pretty darn strong if I'm remembering right.
It is pretty good.
And then Funnick will be playing the Furion. What a surprise. And then
I'm very surprised.
Na'Vi, the courier.
Very surprised.
The Flaming Dragon courier.
Is Funnick just like ready to give up the offlane? He's got 3 clarities right now. You think he's just starting jungle?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, well,
he got Treants first as well, which isn't, you know, super uncommon for either role, but
I mean that's a nasty offlane to try to play against Nyx and then Jakiro if he ends up there. Oh, it looks like Jakiro temporarily is going to be blocking. Do you think they're going to dual lane mid? And do like Drake Dragon mid and just try to push down the tower? Or is he just blocking with Illusion?
I mean, I would, right? Because Dendi is like the only, he's like the glue for this team to hold it together a little bit. So if you slow down Dendi, you slow down, I mean, Dendi's so used to this though, right? Like how many people do duo or tri-lane against him in the middle lane to try to stop him? Maybe not as much recently, just because what the mid lane is and was, you know, kind of changed. It's just like where you farm instead of making those big rotational plays. But it was Dendi who was, you know, one of the biggest players that did that. Like he would rotate and he would change games.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, as much as I love watching Arteezy, I hate that he has changed the changed how the mid lane kind of plays. Him and a couple of other plays. I think Miracle also kind of helped with that.
I mean, the mid lane was too easy for Arteezy, so he had to change it. Like,
well, it's just
as simple as that.
It was. He started doing all the very farm-oriented mid, and I was just like,
Whose fault is that really, though? Mid. Let's be honest. It's definitely Fear or PPD's fault.
God.
If we're gonna play the blame game here.
Hey, check it out.
Oh, does that come with me flaming?
Yes.
Yeah, that seems pretty standard.
This is not new. Now I'm flaming.
A boast with the counter flame and then some hearts. I think these hearts are maybe not completely truthful, but
I don't know, like,
you know,
well,
whatever.
here's the thing. The one thing I love about Starladder above everything else is that the rules are applied equally no matter what.
Yeah, they do a good job, I think.
There's no stupid bull crap. There's nothing like that. If you're late, I mean, it can be a really unfortunate reason or it can be a really stupid reason. You're getting penalized either way. I mean, that's just kind of how the state of it is, and it keeps things running on schedule as opposed to 4 hours late like other events I've been a part of, you know? Starladder's one of my favorite things to cast for that reason.
Indeed. So Buggy's down here, you know, nested in these trees, as we can see. This is never going to happen again. There's like a million paths through here in 6.82, so the offlane is changing dramatically. If you're going to do this, it's going to be more down here, I guess, where we see actually FNG. He's looking for him, which is kind of funny. He's not over there, FNG. You're getting pretty close, though.
He wasted a tango.
Yeah, that tango, man. That efficiency, FNG, come on. It's your birthday, we won't flame you. Dendi in the middle lane, though, having some trouble going against the Fairy Dragon versus the Nether Drake here. Even though those titles, I think, have been dropped, I don't really care. Forever in my heart is where they remain.
See, Nether Drake was one of the coolest names in the game. I love that.
Yeah, it was pretty sick. 5-0 and 7-2. So Dendi's actually farming okay. He's getting harassed a lot, and his bottle is actually on the way here. On look at this courier named the 6th player of Na'Vi, bringing it out.
Way to not pay attention when I said that.
Oh, you said that
2 circles actually going to.
I'm sorry, I ignored it.
It's going out to Furion, dude. He's doing the triple null talisman build. You're so fond of.
Of course, Phonics is doing that. I mean, I don't know. He probably started it.
It wouldn't surprise me. Honestly, I still think my favorite weird Funnick thing was the Dire Side Marana Ancients.
Yeah, and Wind Ranger
through
as
the
well.
Trees and farm Ancients, yeah.
Wind Runner at that time, actually.
Yeah, it was not Wind Ranger Ancients. Thank you very much.
It was Wind Runner Ancients, and of course Medusa. Dude, alright, sorry, 6.82 talk, guys. I know it's Na'Vi Fnatic, but like 6.82 is such a big deal. Are they trying to make Medusa the most OP hero in the game, or what?
Havos knows he's up there. Or maybe he doesn't. Maybe he was just eating that tango.
Yeah, I just wanted a tree, I think.
Oh, God. I wonder how long they're going to manage to not find him. This is pretty great.
He's almost level 4, dude.
Yeah, dude, he's doing great. Like, this is fantastic.
Well, guess Buggy's jungling. Talk about easy offlane, man.
Jungle Void. Well, they got to be seeing him getting the experience. Well, here's the... Okay, if they were really thinking about it, then they would know, okay, he's getting about the same experience rate as Havost. Oh, now he left. Why did he leave?
Well, because the creep wave, you can actually maybe get some CS here at the tower now. Immediately greeted with the Curse of the Silent. Couldn't they have tested? I guess there's no indication that you land your Curse of the Silent. It's not like a Mirana arrow or anything.
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, the guy has to burn off spells at least. You could just like throw him around.
Yeah, they could. I'm saying they could have maybe dropped some in the tree to maybe force him out, but I don't know if they ever would have. I mean, honestly, at that point, if Buggy had even died, first blood in the middle lane for Dendi. We won't catch that one, of course. I don't know. How does he kill Viper with the magic? Does the corrosive skin kill? No corrosive skin. He goes like full aggro, so none of that extra magic resistance. So it was Dendi to pick up the kill, and he's second in CS right now. He's 22 and 11. Tinker for Fnatic though. Actually, Hani are right in line with that 24 and 13.
Yeah, now Dendi actually doing, so he's got another 1,200 gold, already has his bottle, is halfway through level 6, so he's in really good shape right now. Oh, they're gonna go for Trixie, they got the Dream Coil off, Funnick gonna TP in, Ice Path gonna catch that Furion as he comes in, but just not enough damage. Funnick barely takes a single hit, and there is a very, very dead Jakiro.
Oh, those null
talismans? That's what you get for taking Dendi's rune, mate. Dude, he took the DD. It was for Dendi. You just get punished for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so standard Trixie play, dying there on the Jakiro. Sorry, Trixie. Actually, love Trixie. He's such a good player, but the feeding joke is just, I can't pass it up, having the opportunity to cast him here today. 2-0 for Na'Vi, though. Dendi with 1 kill, and of course, Funnick picking up the other. So those remaining core members of Na'Vi, you know, getting in their worth here. As, what do we got? Havost, he's building up into a Midas. I think it's actually just on the courier now. The recipe is there. The boots coming out for Dendi and the bottle. So treads and bottle all coming out for Dendi. I'm sure he's been bottle crowing already, but he's going to look to be pretty strong in the middle lane right now. Matum, Bamin, just with the Wraith Band and a bottle, so no boots. That's a slow hero, man. 285 move speed.
Well, he'd be OP as heck if he was fast, man. He's already too strong.
And he's getting nerfed a little bit. I think the corrosive skin is, honestly, I think that's a really good change for going into 6.82.
Well, I mean, it's similar to a lot of how Ice Frog works. He doesn't like to change the core, like, iconic skills of the heroes and, like, make them too weak to be useful, because you want them to be good in their intended role. But Matum Man might be in a little bit of trouble here. He's going to snap that Dream Coil. He's just going to get destroyed. And with Funnick TPing in, this is going to turn into a push, most likely. They've got
Funnick already level 5, 3 points in Nature's Call, so
maybe not.
He can spawn up some trees.
Off. Alright, never mind. They don't want mid tower. Mid tower's not good enough for Na'Vi. God.
I think they want to keep it because they want to keep the lanes forced, or maybe, I don't know. Seems like you'd want to take the tower so you could rotate up and start putting pressure on Hani here, because Hani up in the jungle right now on the Dire side being scouted out by Trance. He's got, look at this stack though. Hani's very close. He's already got Bottle, Soul Ring. We're at 6 minutes, and he's honestly very close to finishing up his Boots of Travel. Even a 2 stack over here, and I think this is like 3 or 4.
Yeah, it was really, really well done. We haven't really been mentioning that for the entire game, but there's been a lot of really good creep stacking going on for that Tinker. And here's the thing also, I think Na'Vi would want to take an earlier advantage because I don't like their late game nearly as much as I like Fnatic's. I think Fnatic has more heroes that have the potential to be strong right-clickers, and also the Tinker is just a dominating force, and he works really well at stopping the Furion Rat in particular. Like, he's probably the only hero who gets
they're going for Viper again. No corrosive skin. He's very squishy. He will die almost immediately, but a very big liquid fire. All 3 heroes burning down right now. Trixie barely lives, and Hani trying to slow down the push. He will drop out the March of the Machines. But yeah, when Fnatic's line up, they're giving up kills now, but when they get online, it's going to be terrifying. Void, 7 minutes in, is already level 5, so Buggy's going to have the Chronosphere up pretty soon. Boots of Travel online pretty soon, and Nyx Assassin, since Hani's been jungling, Come With Me has been getting a lot of experience up here. He's almost level 6, so you'll have Vendetta online, and the lives of Na'Vi are going to get a lot more difficult.
Yeah. I mean, the Vendetta obviously will be a pretty decent pickup. I'm wondering what Havost wants to farm. He's gone for a Hand of Midas. He's getting the fast experience and gold, obviously. I would expect him to just go straight for some sort of durability items, or like maybe, honestly, you could theoretically grab a mech on a farming silencer like this for tanking purposes, and then go into some damage items.
Yeah, I think most people just go straight for the Ags, though. Like, you got the Midas, you want Ags Refresh. And maybe a BKB. Like, those bigger items will come out faster with that.
I don't know, man. You're like the only real right-clicker on that team. I'm not sure you want to invest.
I don't know, dude. Funnick's got 3 null talismans. He's right-clicking for like 90.
Freaking Furion. Now what? He's saving up 1650. Is he going to go in for a Midas?
No, he's going to go Blade Mail.
Oh, God.
Shred's probably than Blade Mail. That's usually... I mean, Blade Mail's such cheap damage for Nature's Problem.
Really
32
is.
for like... Oh, the first chrono of the game onto 2. FNG gonna be the first to fall here for Na'Vi. Invisibility Rune, Buggy's actually gonna scoop it up, and he won't continue to attack Dendi. Doesn't want to mess with that. His chrono was already used up, and Dendi probably would be able to kill him. As something else is being delivered here, the 6th player of Na'Vi bringing out... It's just a magic wand here for Dendi as he looks to engage in more and more battles here once that magic wand up.
Hey man, this level 1 mana bird from Come With Me is hitting for 170 on Funnick, and that was because Funnick ran out of mana with it. Oh yeah, it's going to get much worse. Let's hear, how much should it be? There you go. Alright, so about 9-minute boots of travel. Oh, he's looking for the Vendetta hit. There we go. He's waiting for the Tinker to come in. Oh, he missed the stun! He missed the stun. Come with me. You had it, man. Oh, you seem kind of like stuttered the stun real quick. I think he thought that Hani was going to juke.
Buggy will go down in the bottom lane, just to have hosted advanced score. That's a lot of damage coming out for them. Just the last word doing what, 250 damage right now into maxed Curse of the Silent. So once he's lifted up, last word proxy silence. You throw down a level 4 Curse of the Silent, like you die. It's too much to deal with.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty.
I actually got to go back. Someone on Twitter, Damon Risu, he said there is an indication of Curse of the Silent. I wasn't sure. There is a voice line if you connect with the Curse of the Silent, so they could maybe have used the blind one there to scout out the void earlier on in the game, but
I thought he
don't know
only
if it was
says
too big of a deal or not.
Does he only say the curse you line? I thought he said that
yeah,
every time.
He might just say curse you if it lands. I'm not sure.
I thought he said that every time. Maybe I'm wrong. Hey, learn something new every day. Thank you.
There you go. Or we were lied to by some guy on Twitter.
Shout him out. What's his Twitter?
I already did. D-Man Risu.
D-Man Risu. Thanks, bro.
There you go. 5-1 though, 10 minutes in. We'll switch over to net worth now. We see Havos, 66 CS, the most in the game. Also top of the net worth at 5.2k. We got Tinker at 4.6. Hani's doing incredibly well. He's farming up the jungle, and since he's in the jungle doing such a good job, he will get scouted out by FNG now, but FNG is probably going to die to this. He will still die in the march, so Hani gets a kill, but then he picks up another one as well. Actually, Funnick's Wrath of Nature will get it now. The wraparound in the bottom lane onto Havost. They have a Chronosphere if they need it, but they shouldn't. And the mana burn, what a Chrono, man. Right on the edge, doesn't get his teammate. And there it is. They use 2 ultimates, but they pick off the Silencer, and now Fnatic started to regain some ground, but to the middle lane, Matumbamin. I'm going to struggle to say that indefinitely. 6-3, though.
6? Matumba Man.
Oh, thank you. That was easy.
That's how I do it. Matumba Man. It's not that bad.
Alright, it's not anymore now that you've helped me out.
I used to have Dikembe Matumbo on my basketball team locally, so that was, it's easier for me.
That's what I keep wanting to say. And it's like not what his name is. Yeah. Basketball. Not Dota.
You sure?
Dota's better. Dota is better.
Hey,
let's be real.
What's his name? What's his name would disagree with you?
Blue Insanity?
Yeah.
I don't know if he would, man.
No,
basketball has been patched
they fuse
in ages.
for him. Alright, there's the blink dagger on Puck. So Dendi is he went in for treads before blink.
Really good time.
And he still got it in 11.5. That's very, very good. Just sitting at 60 and 21 for CS. So God, dominating that Viper. And you think that's a lane? I mean, I was mentioning 2 games ago how the people that are really effective against Puck are people whose harass methods are on a lower than 6-second cooldown. And he had that. He had a Viper up against him, and he managed to just crush him. I mean, there were a couple of rotations, but the first kill was 1v1. The first kill was 1v1, though.
Yeah, and I missed it, so who knows what happened. I mean, no points in Corrosive Skin. Just 1 point in Corrosive would have been enough. I don't think he needed all these points in Nether Toxin. Like, there's a reason people leave it at 1 or 2 these days. I guess he really wanted to contest the last hits, but where has that got him? Dendi's sitting at 66 and 21. Viper only at 40 and 7. So Dendi with more denies, more last hits, and more kills. Looking at the net worth difference, 5.7k on Dendi's Puck to that of about 3k on Matumbamin.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is an underfarmed Viper, he doesn't really catch up particularly well. I mean, you're used to him he's a lane winner. He's supposed to come out of his lane very, very strong.
Yeah, that's kind of the awkward thing, though, when you pick him up, and then it just doesn't work out, and then you're like, what do we do now? As Funnick, the Global Silence goes out, trying to keep him alive a little bit longer. He goes to TP, but he can't make it in time. Now Dendi there gets a Spike Carapace, but it's not going to matter too much. The orb connects, he gets another right-click in, and now on the bottom lane, Buggy in some trouble. FNG with the stuns. Where's Havost? Where is Havost? Actually, Havost TP top. It's Vanscore and FNG in the bottom lane, level 7 on Rubik, level 7 on the Wraith King, Reincarnation skilled up. Not taking that big num strategy. which
it's
I really
probably overall a good trade for Come With Me, though. I mean, he picks off Phonic. He loses himself, so he gets all the experience and picking up Phonic.
Trixie's gonna fall. Oh, Dendi even throws down the coil, so Hani can't chase this. And they go for him as well. Void has TP'd over. He's gonna drop in the Chrono right onto Dendi. Dendi in the march. Don't think he's getting out of this one. Unless he can phase. Oh, he had about a millisecond to do it. Now Havost is here. They're looking to fight. Last word onto Buggy. Can they kill Hani, though? The Chrono is stolen by Vanscore and dropped onto Hani and Come With Me. But now Matumban up onto Havost. They're gonna bring down Havost, so he will die, taking his second death. He's 2-2, 81 CS on him. But Vanscore, he talked about his Rubik plays. Some plays, man. Chrono is an interesting spell to steal. Obviously, it doesn't work on Void, but it will work on everybody else.
You have to be really, really careful not to put it in a position that's really advantageous to the Void either. Because he gets all those buffs while he's in it. I believe he still gets those in Rubik's Chronosphere.
Who?
Void.
Void? Yeah, the movement speed and stuff?
Yeah, he still gets like the move speed and everything while he's in Rubik's Chronosphere. So you have to be really, really careful not to unintentionally give the Void a huge advantage. So Vanscore, he stole it, and then you could see him actually wait for Boogie to leave before he was willing to drop it. There's good patience on his part.
Yeah, and Boogie was pretty low too. I think he was out of mana, and the last word brought him down to lower than half HP. But here we go, the push in the bottom lane. The Treants FNG with that aura. He's got 3 points in Vampiric Aura, actually. None in stats. So FNG takes a little bit different of a skill build, if you can even call it that, since stats isn't really a skill. But yeah, usually people put 1 point. It doesn't matter too much, honestly. I don't do it anymore. Like, if you build Treads or like a Bracer, there's really no point to get stats, in my personal opinion.
I mean, I will never have a problem with getting a little bit of extra stats on Wraith King for throwing out the extra stuns, but, you know, whatever works in general. If you can get the fast treads, it's certainly a good thing, and if you can get like a fast wand, I mean, he's gotten a reasonable amount of gold for being in a support position.
He's like almost on par with that Viper, who's had a really difficult time in the middle lane. Fnatic
That's
trailing by 3 kills. Trixie, yeah, it is depressing. The Twin-Headed Dragon here left up alone. Dendi's going for him right now. Can they stop this? They have a Dream Coil. Are they going to use it? No, FNG had a Wraithfire Blast, but it doesn't look like they can get that vision in the nighttime in the tree line. They'll get Come With Me instead, and should take the tower afterwards. Fnatic not in a place to help, you know, stop these tier 1 pushes at all. Hani just trying to farm up as much as possible, taking out the Radiant jungle where he can find farm safely. Buggy pushed out in the bottom lane, might get some tower damage as Trixie TP'd out and is starting to rotate back up towards top, or really just stacking for the Tinker continuously.
It was a really, really ballsy TP coming in from Come With Me. I don't know what he was quite thinking. Especially maybe he was trying to get the spiked Carapace out in time, but the quick silence coming out from Dendi obviously canceled that. But I don't know, man. If he had shift queued that, he might have at least gotten a stun off, maybe been able to take some.
Is Dendi going Dagon? I mean, if any game you're gonna go Dagon, you start off this strong.
Yeah,
he's got the Null, he's got the staff.
If you can have Blink Treads Dagon by like, oh no, nope, he's going Yules.
Okay. Yeah. I like Yules better. Like, it's so good now that it disables Blink Dagger. Obviously, that was the big change. I like it. Creep blocking with the Chronosphere. I'm assuming it was about to run out.
Yeah. Cast it. That's a little bit of a mana investment, so maybe just a little weird for Vanscore to go in for that, but I guess he feels confident. Also, TP and Phonic on the bottom lane. They do have that Global Silence coming out from Boogie, taking a lot of damage, and finally a Waning Rift from Dendi, making sure that he can't get out. And that's Blink Dagger picked up on Tinker, and on the other side, Yules finished up on Dendi. Looks like Come With Me is maybe going for this puck right here. He's pinging him out.
You think you have the damage to take him out alone? That's a big mana burn. A lot of intelligence heroes here, and he does have the damage. Nicely done. That's gonna, well, not delay the item too much as it was on the Curry. It didn't quite get delivered, but Havost and Phonic trying to get the kill here. Is it gonna be enough? The last word should proc in base and bring him down. Boom, it is. He dies in the base. Never a good feeling dying in your own fountain, which will soon be raised.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
That's my graphic for raising elevation of the fountain.
Well, aren't they increasing fountain attack range too?
Yeah, I think it goes from like 800 to 900, and Vision goes from like 1,000 to 1,200, and I've made up those numbers, but they're both being increased.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically anti-fountain capping.
Just, well, I like that it's still possible, right? I'm glad it wasn't removed or anything like that.
It's gonna be really, really hard.
Dude, Fountain, you know, like when teams, even in professional games, like they take a rack, so they go, let's kill some people in the Fountain. That could like be really, really big throw potential these days, because like it's gonna be hard for Fountain time.
Well, at the same time, if you're at the point where you're fountain diming, that's generally because you have like a two racks advantage at least.
Sometimes we've seen strange games.
All right, Phonic.
He's gonna
drop Macropyre and Ice Path. He's not really dying that fast.
Does have an ultimate orb.
Blade Mail as well. Trixie takes a lot of damage. Doesn't quite go down.
Fable. The urn. He's gonna die.
Get him.
Oh, positive urn to meet it though. What's going on? This HP battle right now. It's like Kamehameha.
Positive wall.
He will live. Yeah.
Except actually, not come 6.82. It's gonna get removed because it's gonna be pure damage.
That's gonna be sick. All right, Matamba Man is in a little bit of trouble. Come with me is there. Will not miss that impale on FNG, and that's the reincarnate. He is only level 10, so this is a 5-minute reincarnate. He almost did it. He almost got to level 11 without even dying. You get to that 160 cooldown. I don't think he's gonna come in. Hani's really strong right now. He picked up a 16-minute blink dagger. The global silence will go off. Dendi will come in on the back of this, dropping a 2-man coil right now. I think Tinker snaps it almost immediately. Dendi says, "Here I am," and there he goes, retreating out there. He also has a gem that FNG purchased, so... Well, FNG's ult goes off, but he doesn't die, so actually Fnatic don't get any kills there. And now look at the bottom lane, Havost and Phonic pushing out the tier 2s.
Yep. I was like, post Aghanim, we might be going for, is he just gonna go Eggs Refresher on Havost? Because he's got the Oblivion staff. Do you think he's going Refresher, or do you think he's going, Orchid? I would think Refresher, honestly.
Oh, he's got to go Refresher, yeah. You pick up the Midas to go for the 2 biggest items. You go Ags Refresher, and then maybe you pit stop for Boots of Travel, but I would say BKB is probably his 3rd item, and the Midas is just there to get there faster.
Yeah.
And we've been corrected again. I like it. I like that people are throwing on the Twitter feedback right now. We've got, no, you don't get the move speed instead of Chrono.
Oh, okay.
If it's Rubik's Chrono.
Okay, cool. Good to know. Shout him out, man. Who was it?
I was actually my old #1 fan. I don't know if he's my #1 fan anymore, but it's Fro-Rio. I can never say his name.
There we go. Fro-Rio's got us covered.
He does indeed. Hopefully he's not lying to us. I don't know. We could just be being lied to. FNG. It's actually going to be Come With Me who's actually in trouble because there's a sentry down already. He will get out of that range, but remember, Dendi's got that gem that FNG also purchased, so 13-9 to get another kill. Come With Me, trying to make some space. FNG, it's his birthday. He can all chat if he wants to. Throwing out the little smiley face.
He can chat if he wants to. He can leave his team behind.
I would have preferred an emote, but you know, whatever. Dream Coil dropped. Dendi diving to 2-2 right now with the haste. He will actually kill Hani. Hani no buyback right now, and now they continue to fight. Buggy's gonna jump in. The double chronos go off. What is this? And now Boss is gonna be focused here, but he's pretty tanky. He's got a lot of stats up there. Buggy is not able to kill him now. FNG and Phonic is coming down. Yeah. Oh, I mean, how can you not steal? It's the only spell you can actually steal, so of course he's got it. Trixie trying to TP out there, the Sprout for the vision, and they will bring him down, and wow, Vanscore with the Chrono again. That was ridiculous, man.
This is a really nice zoning Chrono, because you have, obviously, Boogie trapped a couple people in his own Chrono, but then the rest of the team was completely cut off. They couldn't throw anything in. I think Trixie got around to the other side and managed to drop the Macropyre, but nobody else could do anything. Viper couldn't be throwing out auto attacks, which was really, really big. The Tinker was already dead. There was no potential for Come With Me to come in, throw out a stun, throw out a mana burn, just get his damage going. And now, off that team fight win, this is a very slow Roshan. This is a dangerous kind of attempt they're making right here. I think they're going to get it just in time, maybe.
There's not much to contest besides March. I mean, there's no Chrono. And the March will come in, and actually Dendi's still going to go to be aggressive on this. He's going to Come With Me, but immediately stunned up. He didn't get the Aegis. He's going to go with the Yule Scepter, and can he blink out of this? March is just running out 1 second here on the blink. He will blink out, and he's going to be just fine. Matumbaman in a bit of trouble. FNG caught the macro Ice Path. He will fall. Still just recovering from that 5 minutes ultimate timer there, I believe. Now, of course, he's level 11. And the Aegis is going to be popped. So that was Havost giving up that Aegis. Dendi picked up a double damage. I heard him. He looks to rotate back over. I think was he bottle crowing, or he's already sold the bottle completely? Yeah, he has sold the bottle already. 3,000 gold though. And Dendi's in inventory.
Do you think he just goes for a sheep, probably?
Yeah, I think he's got to go for a sheep.
Especially against a Tinker, I think is the only thing that makes any sense right now.
Yeah, the stats are going to be key. Well, and Havost is like the 400 gold away from. God, yes, gonna be very good point. The sheep active is quite good, but Refresher's almost done.
14-second silence. Are there any BKBs done? No, Viper is still like about 2,000 gold away from his. Boogie has not even started one yet. And those are the only ones that are even coming up. I mean, it's not like you want to go for one on Tinker. It doesn't really do him a lot of good compared to some other stuff.
Yeah, looks like he wants to go for the sheep stick himself. He's got, Hani's got the ultimate orb in the inventory, so it won't be too much longer before he gets it. He's still farming up a Storm, like, he's pretty close in terms of net worth with 3 heroes of Na'Vi, and that's the problem. You've got 3 heroes on Na'Vi ahead of your Tinker. Tinker at 9.6k, about tied with Dendi, and then Funnick at 10.6, going for that sort of new school build, the cheap slots, inefficient, but gold efficient. That's a bit of a mouthful, but the Blade Mail and the Sheep Stick and Silencer way out front with the Midas. The Refresher is finished in 100 gold.
Yeah, 1 Sheep Stick already done for Na'Vi. You have the Ultimate Orb coming up for Dendi. Only about 1900 gold.
Trouble.
Yeah. He might be able to get through this. He's got the blink. Yup. Just blinks into the trees. Good decision. Knowing that Come With Me was ready to just kind of go after him if he blinked anywhere above the trees.
Yeah, he'll orb out.
They know he's there. They're pinging him out, but he's just going to TP. Well, orb, excuse me.
Close enough.
Same thing, really. Oh, Come With Me still looking. Come With Me still looking. Oh, with the gem. Gem's on Dendi.
Look at FNG.
There is so much bait. Come With Me getting so cocky right here. They're going to try and get the stun. They got the silence. Furian's going in. He has the sheep if he wants it, but they don't even need it. Come With Me. So much aggression right there. I mean, you know,
he's an aggressive player.
I know. It's just like it's one of those things where you know he has a gem, so obviously you really want to kill him, but you also know he sees you. There's no potential.
Dead Score has Time Walk stolen, and he dodges the Chrono with Void's own ability. Man, can we need some people to just like highlight reel this game, because I'm sure with the amount of plays Vanscore's been making, we've probably missed a couple, and I bet they were epic.
Yeah.
And he's gonna have a blink and 20 gold.
Yeah, and I mean, for now, Time Walk's a pretty darn good thing for a Rubik to have. Time Walk lift, pretty good. You don't have that annoying wind-up that Faceless Void has. Because your Rubik.
Yeah, actually, Time Walk's one of the better spells for him to steal. Yeah. You're just like, bloop. It's basically a blink.
God, there's just so many spells on Rubik that are just so ridiculous because of your 0.1 cast point. Or is it 0.01?
Arrow!
Maybe
Arrow's pretty good, right?
Arrow is pretty good.
Yeah, it's 0.01.
I'm a big fan of Macropire. It looks like Dendi is going to pick off Trixie right there. Come With Me, going to go and try to get something done, but they're going to get this. I don't think they want to engage this. There's too much support coming in from the dire side.
They've got the refresh. Like, Havos can just kill people from across the map. The gold silence goes out. That's one.
Come With Me is dead again.
That was actually both.
Oh, did he burn both silences?
Well, the refresher. I don't know if he burned them right in a row, but yeah, they were both used.
The refresher's got. It's been on cooldown for 90 seconds. There's no way he did it. 20 seconds ago.
No, not able to get a second one, but only used one. Whatever, man. There's a lot going on. Look at this courier. How can we focus on the game?
Dude, Navi's 6th player. Too legit. Dude, he's got like a mini Firefly effect. So much damage.
So much damage. That'd be really funny. Dude, courier voice lines are coming out soon too. Man, Dota's gonna get crazy.
Okay, for power.
Macropire to try to stop the push a little bit, dealing with those treants, but their magic resistance that will also soon be going away. Keeps them alive pretty long.
Thank God.
Yeah, right. The tower though in the bottom lane taking a bit of chip damage here as Void pushes up a smoke for Fnatic. They have the Chrono available. They can try to get a big one, but Vanscore might have other ideas about that. He can easily... We've seen him stealing Chrono quite a few times, which generally is a spell that Rubik's never even looked for, but he's already made 2 plays with it, and they've been pretty awesome.
I mean, it's just... well, a lot of big ultimates like that, you just kind of can steal and pop, and it's just a huge turnaround. It's not quite so for Chrono, which is why you don't see it focused on quite as much. You need to really think about how you use it, because you're not able to actually do anything to the Void. But I mean, he's been doing that. He's been using it very tactically.
Again, Buggy can't find a Chrono. He tries to drop it on Vanscore. You think he would have learned his lesson. Rubik blinking away, expecting that.
And he got the Chrono again, too.
The smiley faces again. It's not your birthday, Vanscore. You can't all chat. They didn't even have any vision on that. I don't know how they saw him. The Dire had a ward up here. It just ran out, but not so much. And the Chrono now onto Matumbaman, and Vanscore gets that move speed. FNG with the stun, but will a nice defensive ice path here from Trixie, going to try to keep him up. But FNG just wants to die in the middle of anyone anyways. Let's see, 1 silence he can do. He's got a double silence in 10 seconds, and this team fight is going to last another 10 seconds. Dendi with another 2-man Dream Coil, forcing Void to leap away, and now Hani is actually going to fall there to Funnick and Havos. I mean, they win that team fight 3-0, and Havos doesn't even have to use either the silence or the refresher, and definitely not both of them, or both silences, that is. And they take the tower, take the re-kills, and it looks, honestly, from this point on, to be a fairly easy victory for Na'Vi. They've been dominating this game since basically it started, just looking at the 2 graphs. Already 20,000 gold and experience ahead.
Vanscore getting so aggressive right there, jumping right into your vision. The silence comes out. Look at the damage they're taking. Yeah, I mean, it's not forcing that.
Yeah, and that would be the problem if the silencer was a support though, right? Because if you use that silence, then Fnatic will destroy you. But the fact that Havost has another one queued up, he's a little short on mana right now, but the fact that he has another one means they can still stand here and fight. And they will topple the tier 3 tower in the middle lane, about half health on the tier 3 in the bottom lane, and well, actually the tier 2 is still standing up top. But Fnatic pretty much forced to turtle up in their base right now as the Sheepstick's been finished on Dendi. FNG will finish out the Blink Dagger as he probably looks towards a Blade Mail. Yeah, item progression coming along nicely for them. For the side of Fnatic, not so much. Hani's been stuck on the Blink Dagger and the Ultimate Orb for a while, not able to get the Sheepstick. Buggy has been on the Mask of Madness for a long time as well, and not able to get much more. So they're pretty much at a standstill.
Yeah, Buggy's been, he just hasn't found the kills you want a Faceless Void to be finding, and honestly I think that's partially because, well, the Void himself is a strong hero. He's a lot stronger when comboed with someone who can actually project a lot of damage into that Chronosphere, and oftentimes they've got a couple heroes who can do that. They have the Viper, they have the Tinker, they have the Jakiro, but he's not really pairing with them a lot. He's just kind of going in and thinking and hoping for bashes.
Yeah, and well, the tier 2 tower will fall. It doesn't look like they were thinking about defending it. Buggy was positioned up here in the tree line, but obviously Funnick would have scouted him out pretty much right there. And if you put the trees over here, at least the Sprout gives that slight flying vision. They could have seen him perhaps. So he backs off, the tower goes down, uncontested. Funnick to get the last hit. Funnick actually probably really in a battle right now with Havost to try to get it first in that word. He's probably trying to chaos Havost every chance he gets, but it's going to be hard as the double Curse of the Silent, possible to triple Curse of the Silent with the double silence and then actually landing your curse. So, although I'm not sure if the global silence curse replaces itself or if it stacks. That is a mechanic I have no idea about.
You still have 45 seconds before you have the refresher available again, but they do have the silence ready to go. Freeze is going to land on FNG. He's got the mana for Reincarnate, he's okay.
Which is being upped by 20.
Oh, now he doesn't anymore. That stun he threw right after getting mana burn cost him that Reincarnate. Now Na'Vi just has to back off.
I think he kind of wanted to throw it, right? Because he would have died completely away from everybody. It would have been a useless Reincarnate, so he just dies and backs off without putting his ult on cooldown. Well,
maybe.
Yeah, he's not level 16 yet.
Yeah. If he was level 16, that would be a lot more questionable. I can kind of see where you're coming from. So Tinker's just gotten his Hex. So he's going for a more traditional, kind of old-school Tinker build with the faster Hex as opposed to the Dagon that kind of became popular during this version. But because he's playing from behind, he didn't really have the opportunity to blow a bunch of people up with the Dagon. I like it. And it's just, in general, I think the more stable build. Whereas the Dagon is much more of a snowball build, which of course has been very strong this patch, but still somewhat situational. Yeah,
lockdown for the Puck, who is 11, 2, and 6, is also always pretty recommended, I would say.
Lockdown for Dendi.
Yeah, just Dendi in general, or even Funnick. Funnick has got the Blink, got the Sight Device, of course, had it for a while. Hani just finished up his, as we talked about. The Blade Mail on Funnick from way earlier in the game, and now a Demon Edge. So, Daedalus or MKB? I gotta go Daedalus.
I don't know.
I mean, there's no reason. No one's building a butterfly, and it doesn't stop backtrack anyways. So.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I mean, Void. Yeah, he wouldn't be going for butterfly for ages anyway. But yeah, Daedalus. I would like to almost see a Desolator more than a Daedalus, but he's just gonna go for it, I guess.
Could be Rapier.
I think they're doing. I just think there's so much. You want to get up that hill as fast as humanly possible against this Tinker, and you want to take out those buildings as quickly as possible so you don't have to stand in the march for too long.
Yeah,
and again, if you can just use the Daedalus to kill the Tinker, who cares, right?
Yeah, Tinker, as you mentioned, didn't go for the Dagon build, so he doesn't have that Ghost Scepter either, so he's very, very susceptible to the right clicks, and I don't know, I think the Ghost Scepter with the rearm is one of the things that makes him most powerful. Dendi jumps in, he will sheep up the Jakiro, and then doesn't have to worry about anything else because there's no BKBs, and Navi's got a Global Silence. Trixie's still alive, he finally falls, Ghost Sceptering up, now Buggy's alive, but another Silence is coming out, FNG gonna throw out his ultimate there, Havost running in with that BKB that he did get third. Funnick onto a killing spree now, mega kill for Havost, it's a double kill for Havost as he just walks through like the Juggernaut, glowing with that BKB, bringing everybody down. They lose 4. Hani, the only one to survive. The middle lane of Rax.
Oh my God.
It is the Rapier. And it's just using the Rapier to do Roche. I like it. As his team just wins the game. Funnick not really too concerned about anything right now.
I mean, they are just 4-manning, but at the same time, like, if he gets picked off, dude. Yeah.
Well, he's got Aegis. That's why he's just sitting there doing the roach.
GG.
And he buys the rapier, and he won't even be able to finish it in time. So, well, the game's going to end. Funnick with the rapier, feeling good. He's going to feed it away, maybe. Or just try to kill Trixie real quick. Does not attack very fast.
So, I feel like in general, Navi had control of that a lot from the early game, but when there was potential for Fnatic to get stuff done, there was always a little bit of over-aggression coming out, especially, you know, I don't want to point fingers, but a couple of times, come with me, really, really over-aggressive and kind of feeding away a little bit.
Yeah.
Trixie,
I mean, that was his
not
role,
his best
though,
game.
right?
Hani, not
like,
his best game.
Even if
Just
Come With Me